na Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na ọtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise, ise, ise.
Of the Biafran people. This is why we are calling for massive civil disobedience. This very point that this man made here, I want you to listen to it again. Listen to it carefully. Every word he has to say, you will learn a lot of lessons. Why we are doing what we are doing, why we are saying what we are saying, why you have to embark on massive civil disobedience. Sit at home on Sunday, on Monday, economic sanction to reject your way in Biafra land. Why it is very important and necessary to do. Listen again. Listen carefully from beginning to the end. I'll play it in full.
You know, this kind of games do come up, especially from the prosecuting counsel. At times, some judges even look at public perception, media perception, to arrive at certain conclusions. So that's why Ejiofor Ifeanyi, the counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, quickly came out to clarify that issue. I mean, as rightly pointed out by Jide. And I think it was Shuaibu Labaran Magaji that addressed the press. I mean, that's the from the office of the Directorate of Public Prosecution, who stood in for the lead attorney for the federal government, who made that statement. I mean, the video went viral, and that's why they had to quickly come out to, I mean, explain. I mean, like they said, that come. I mean, if you ask me, am I a terrorist? I'm not a terrorist. Then are you? Do you belong to IPOB? Say yes, but IPOB has been categorized as a terrorist organization, and it's telling them no. But then the Ejiofor even said the clarification of IPOB as a terrorist organization is even being challenged at the appellate level. Yes. So that there was no time his client made any such pronouncement to deny his membership or leadership of IPOB. And you can see Kanu is having a time of his. I mean, look at his Fendi, his Fendi designer suit. He's enjoying himself.
His skin is glowing.
Glowing, and he's enjoying. He's having a time of his life. I mean, he's enjoying all the fun. He's getting more publicity than even when he was away. So, I think the government should have a political way of ending this matter, because in the whole of the Southeast, since Tuesday and yesterday, it was a sit at home. Everything was shut down.
Any day they are bringing to court,
yes,
and the people will obey.
So the things were, the whole activities everywhere was shut down Tuesday and yesterday. So I think the earliest we bring it closer to this.
That was what the judge suggested yesterday.
Even if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even if he's agitating, and you know what he's agitating for is not valid, as in, you know, people will not support him. But in a situation whereby what is on ground alludes to the fact that, look, equity, fair treatment, justice is not,
You have seen it. That is the situation. This is why we are calling for massive civil disobedience. You have seen it. This is the media perspective that we want to have. That is exactly what we are having. We want them to continue to report the issue of the sit at home this way they reported. You see how they reported it? That anytime Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to court, that whenever an order is given, everybody's at home. Because of the condition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that people are impacted. And he said it openly, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu enjoys the support of everybody in Biafra land. That if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not pursuing a good cause, people will not support him. He said it. This is what we want to achieve by civil disobedience. When we are calling for people to sit at home in contraption called Nigeria, in Biafra land, this is why we are calling for it. We are not saying that protests abroad doesn't mean. Protests abroad have a role to play also. But the major role that we change the whole system, that will make sure we get what we are asking for, is this sit at home in Biafra land. Civil disobedience in Biafra land. Increase it. A massive one that cannot be altered. You heard him. You heard him very clear. You heard the discussion. Go and watch the video by yourself. Watch it and listen carefully what they are discussing. This is the media perspective. Remember, initially, the man said that judges pass their judgment based on media perspective and people's views sometimes. And remember, the Attorney General of the Federation said that they are going to consider political solution only when they have looked into the masses' reaction. When they check the reaction of the masses, that is when they will consider the political solution. Muhammad Buhari said the same thing. When they check the reaction of people, the Northern Forum said the same thing. Reaction of the people. Which people reaction are they looking for? It is the reaction of the Biafran people. It is not the reaction of Arewa. No reaction of anybody. The reaction of the Biafran people. They support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu enjoys in Biafra land. After checking and looking at it, they have no choice than they themselves we call political solution. And as you can see, the media is already advising them to go for political solution. This is what we tend to achieve by civil disobedience. You can see civil disobedience have been doing wonders. Mainly sit at home that we are doing. Sit at home on Sunday and on Monday. And any other day that will be added, add. I said it at the beginning of this year. I said it. I say anything you are doing to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being free, continue to do it and increase it. If you are fighting, fight more. If you are screaming, scream more. If you are praying, add fasting to your prayer. If you are broadcasting, broadcast more. Anything you are doing, if you are fighting, fight more. If you are sitting at home, sit at home more and more. Increase it. That is the way we can change the whole thing. That is the way we can change the whole time. And you will see changes come. The freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the hand of the Biafran people. I say it and I say it again. It's in the hand of Biafran people, you and I. Our reaction is what's going to reflect to the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It depends on what you do. The expo have been given by the Janjaweed. The expo have been given by the imposter in Asorok. The expo have been given by the Attorney General of the Federation. Expo have been given by the Janjaweed themselves. What else are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? You see why you have to begin to look with two eyes. Anybody that have said you should not be back on that, anybody that is not supporting the civil disobedience, anybody not supporting civil disobedience, begin to look at them with two eyes. Stay away from them. Any platform that is preaching against civil disobedience, stay away from them. They don't mean well for you. It doesn't matter the flag they put behind them. It doesn't matter the picture they put behind them. It doesn't matter the name they call. As long as that person is not supporting civil disobedience to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, stay away from such platform. They don't mean well for you and I. These are the people who want us to remain captive. These are the people who are dishing out their message for their self-interest. Some of them are dishing out the message just to build their platform. Some of them are just dishing out the message to satisfy their own selfish and personal interest. But for those who want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be freed today and tomorrow, they will continue to push for massive civil disobedience and even increase it. Increase it, add economic sanction to the Janjaweed, to that country called Nigeria. That is the only way we can be free. That is the only way. There is no two way. There's no gamble. You can't play any gamble about it. You don't gamble it. That is the truth and nothing but the truth. Continue to share this video. Share it to all platforms. Share this video. If you have, they can see the situation of what is happening in the country called Nigeria. This is the way forward. This is the only way we can be freed. There is no other way. This is the only way we can free. And always remember, put that at the back of your mind, as you are fighting for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are at the same time fighting for the coming of Biafra. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out with the flag of Biafra. The victory bell has started ringing. The victory bell has started ringing. Don't be left aside. I feel pity and sorry for those of them who are preaching against civil disobedience. I feel sorry for those of them who are preaching against the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who are standing against everything that is moving the hand of the Janjaweed. May Chukwu Okabema have mercy on all of you. We will continue. Until Biafra come, there is no going back. It doesn't matter the propaganda they bring. You and I know. And now the way we are going, our Oduduwa brothers will stand with us shoulder to shoulder. They will stand with us and fight. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have raised the bar. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have preached a message that tear the Janjaweed apart. And that message today have been bought into by so many people. It is not just for Biafra. The freedom is not just for Biafra. Oduduwa will be free. The Middle Belters will be free. Indigenous tribes in the north will be free. Everybody will be free. It is that freedom we are looking for. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not just fighting for Biafrans. He's not just fighting for Southerners. He is fighting for every indigenous person in the country of Nigeria. That is where everybody has to speak up. Injustice against one is injustice against all. It doesn't matter, even if it is your enemy. When you see an injustice against your enemy, speak against that injustice. If you don't speak against it, it will come back to haunt you. It doesn't matter. You can say it's your enemy, so you support the injustice. Go ahead and support it. Go ahead and support it. It will definitely come back to you. That is why you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is exceptional. It doesn't matter. You can preach against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, fight him, stand against him. Once there is an injustice against you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will speak up. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fought for Juzo Kanu. He fought for so many other people. He fought for Sowore. Even though when Sowore platform is not speaking good of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he fought for Sowore and still fighting for him. That is the way to go. That is the best way to go. Even if it is your enemy, as long as an injustice, Mazi Nnamdi can even fight for Janjaweed. You saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he was praising Shagari as one of the person who brought development in the Southeast. That is what when you see injustice against somebody, speak about. You see good things, support it. It doesn't matter if you like the person. You don't keep your like and hate aside. Keep it aside. We are human. Human beings always we hate. But when there is a common interest that we are pursuing, focus on that common interest, which is freedom. When we have a common enemy, the Janjaweed that is planning to destroy every indigenous tribe, they are not just planning to destroy the Biafrans alone. That is the mistake the people have been made in the past. The deceit that they brought. Just like their father, Othman Danfodio, brought to the Hausas, deceived the Hausas. Hausa thought they were fighting their leaders. They didn't know that they were fighting themselves. The same deceit was what they brought to the southern part of Nigeria. They brought deceit to southern Nigeria and they were preaching to southern Nigeria that Igbos are the domineering tribe. That they are trying to dominate anybody in the south. Mainly, even in Biafra land, they were trying to dominate others. And people bought into that idea. And they entered, demonized them. They pick some people, empower them, and give them money. Today, you can see that is why money is ruling the southern part of Nigeria. It is only money. As they are talking about the election of 2023, that will never happen. You see them talking about money. It's all about money. It's all about money. It's all about money. No one of them can talk about integrity or what they have to put on the table. The only thing they have to put on the table is money. That is what Janjaweed have done to the southern part of Nigeria, to the Biafran people mainly. They come and empower some people, empower some few, and those few people they empower will begin to fight against their brother and begin to press them down. When you complain, they say, why do you complain? Let us remain in one Nigeria. When you complain, they say, why do you complain? When you demand for your rights, say, why do you demand? You say we are marginalized. They say, why do you say you are marginalized? Because their own bill is being paid. They are seeing money in their account every day. And the same thing today is happening even in IPOB. Some people don't want you to complain. They don't want you to ask questions. When you ask questions, they call you name. When you complain, they call you name. When you ask a tangible question, they call you name. When you criticize, critical criticism, instead of them to learn, they call you name, they demonize you. This Janjaweed mentality, some people have brought it into the struggle of Biafra. It is sad, but that is the situation. But are we going to stop? No, we can't stop because these people are very few. Majority of Biafrans know the truth and they are pursuing the truth. Majority of Biafrans know their way and they must get it. Majority of Biafrans are pursuing that collective interest of freedom. That is the only way we are going and nobody can stop us. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who then went to Kenya to kidnap, is asking for self-determination. And self-determination is not a crime anywhere. It's not a crime. It is not a crime. And if it is not only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is asking for self-determination, there are so many indigenous people today that are in court demanding for self-determination. That's something that they kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for. That's something they are demoralizing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for. But because the idiots we have in Biafra land, because the elite, the political elite we have in Biafra land are very selfish, self-centered, they are bent on destroying the man who is speaking up for the ordinary people. If you think it's only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is talking about self-determination of the Biafrans, you can think again. Watch this video I'm about to play for you to know there are so many other people asking for freedom, asking for self-determination. That's something that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there are so many other tribes asking for it in the country. They are even in court in that very country called Nigeria. but they are bent on taking Mazi Nnamdi out because they know that he's the most vocal and the most vibrant. Let us watch, listen and hear.
Okay, the Yoruba nation, being a nation that is also agitating for self-determination alongside the Igbos, we now deem it fit to join this suit on the ground that not only the Igbos are interested in leaving this contraption called Nigeria, the Yoruba nation are also interested in doing the same. Therefore, any order of call for referendum should cut across board of all tribes. Let every tribe have the right to determine whether to live in the country or to move out. As you know, that self-determination is a very sacrosanct right of every citizen and tribe, as even recognized by international communities. Therefore, it is incumbent on the National Assembly, if this application is granted, that let everybody decide whether to stay or leave.
As of the last adjourned date, the matter is adjourned to today for continuations or for motions, as there are people, parties that have filed application for joinders. And we come up today for the applications, and it happens that the judge is also not sitting today. But in between the time, there is a particular group or Ijo group that have filed application for joinder also in the matter. And now the matter is adjourned to the 14th of March.
You heard it. You heard it. There are so many other tribes fighting for self-determination, filing a court case for self-determination. The only difference between them and Biafra is because we are Biafrans. We have a nation before. We want to restore our nation. We want to restore our nation, and we are vocal. The only difference is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not only talking, he's not only speaking, because Nigeria does not have a justice system. They don't have a justice. You cannot get justice in the system of Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu read them like a book, and he knows them very well. That is why he's not only talking, he's not only going to court, he's putting action on the ground. He's putting action on the ground. That is why they can't stand him. The only man that the Janjaweed will hear his voice, they will shiver. Asorok will stand still when they hear that he's broadcasting. The politicians in that country called Nigeria will hear his voice, they will tremble. In Biafra land, as soon as the politicians hear his voice, the economists hear his voice, they begin to run helter-skelter. They will stop going with their convoy. That is the only man they fear. And they have succeeded in kidnapping him from Kenya, sent him to Nigeria through extraordinary rendition. And today he's in their court, facing them face to face. And even in their court, they are still scared. They have no case against him. All they have is lies. That is why a prosecutor will come and lie before the whole world to tell the whole world that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu denied IPOB when he has not. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never denied IPOB. He only denied a proscribed IPOB, a terrorist IPOB, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a leader of. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu established the indigenous people of Biafra, a movement to restore Biafra, and they are not terrorists. Their proscription is still in the court. Their proscription have been challenged in the court. Up to today, the federal government refused to come and hear the case. They are running away from the case. And then you will turn back to begin to describe it and ask him if he's a leader of a proscribed IPOB. He is not the leader of a proscribed IPOB, and the world knows that. The world knows that IPOB is not a terrorist organization. It doesn't matter how they push it. That is the truth. And they can never change it. And for those of you who are still hoping that they are waiting for 2023, all of a sudden in 2023 that you have a nation, in 2023 you do this, in 2023, I want to show you that your 2023 is dead on arrival. I am going to play another video for you. This video was made by somebody. It's a one Nigerianist, so don't be deceived. The person that made this video is a one Nigerianist. But after speaking all the grammar he speaks, the difference between them and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not only talking, he is taking action to make changes. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu doesn't only make noise, he is carrying action on the ground to make sure that things change. Listen and hear what somebody has to say about Nigeria. The person that you're about to hear is a Faro Timi, or whatever they call him. The guy himself is a one Nigerianist. He supports one Nigeria. But listen the way he described to Nigeria. After the description, then after listening to him, we'll come back and talk. Listen.
Any Nigerian who is still hanging around waiting for 2023 to change Nigeria is a fool. Line 20 Delifaro me up and ask them to become president of Nigeria. 20 of me, 20. Multiply their brain power by 10, factor of 10, and then force them to operate the 1999 Constitution with the governance system that is enshrined in it. We shall fail spectacularly. The problem of Nigeria can never be resolved by personnel changes. The system is designed with impunity undergirding it, and it can never deliver anything positive to the Nigerian peoples. Be those Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Fulani, whatever they care to be. Make an Igbo man president of Nigeria in 2023 and force him to operate the 1999 Constitution. Complete waste of time. Indi Igbo will continue to suffer the brunt of the wickedness of the Nigerian state. Every Nigerian is rendered stateless by the 1999 Constitution. It is an iniquitous, wicked, and evil document. It has nothing good for the Nigerian people. And the longer we continue to fool ourselves believing, and let me enter one quick caveat. Our rulers are actually very intelligent when they care to be, especially when it comes to their own preservation. And I know as a fact that they're already making noises about restructuring in Abuja. The Mace Snatcher and the Lawan and that one that calls himself Baja, all of them are sat there running helter-skelter, cobbling together some lies that they intend to sell to us as constitutional, what do they call it, amendment. Let's be clear. You cannot continue to build on top of lies. You can't sustain that lie. And as long as justice is missing in a place, you continue to have strife. We need to tell ourselves the truth, and that truth is that the closest we can come to normalcy in Nigeria is to have a return to the original agreements that founded this country.
You have heard him. He has said it all. This guy is a lawyer. But let me tell you, he's a one Nigerianist. From every grammar that he has spoken here, I tell you that when they come to their conventional media, they speak grammar. After speaking that grammar, they go back to their house and sleep. That is the difference between them and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not only talking, he is putting action on the ground. Look at all the grammar this guy has said, all this grammar he has spoken. At the end of the day, what is the solution? He has no solution. He's a one Nigerianist. He is a pure one Nigerianist calling for one Nigeria. Look at the way he described Nigeria. From his description, it is very, very clear that Nigeria will never, ever survive. It doesn't matter how you try. From his description, it is very clear that Nigeria can never, ever survive. Nigeria can never, ever succeed. From his description, he's blaming the 1999 Constitution. Ask him, how do you intend to throw away the 1999 Constitution? The 1999 Constitution that the political elite are ready to defend by their blood. They are ready to kill all the Biafrans to defend that constitution. They are ready to destroy all the Southerners. They are ready to kill the whole people in that country to defend it with the last. The Caliphate is ready to defend 1999 constitution with the last drop of their blood. Ask Dele Faro to me, how do you intend to take away that constitution? You see, that is the difference between these people and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why every well-meaning Nigerian, even if you call yourself a one Nigerianist and you are sincere to yourself, it is high time you begin to stand and call for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and stand behind him to fight for your freedom. Stand behind him and fight for your freedom. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not only condemning what is happening in Nigeria, he is putting work on the ground to make sure that the change with the contract called Nigeria is destroyed. He's making sure that we have a referendum and people will have a nation that will call their own. Not coming to the media to speak. Just imagine the way that guy described Nigeria. Just imagine. After describing Nigeria in that form, ask him what is the solution. What is he doing? He is still supporting one Nigeria. After all that description that has shown that Nigeria will never ever survive, ask him what is he doing to make sure you have a better nation. Nothing. And it is not only him. Let me play the original one. Let me play another video. The one that is seen.
The case of the Southeast with IPOB was a case where there was no representation from anybody from that zone. IPOB was immediately branded a terrorist organization, and they took a decision to go to court to proscribe it. There was no voice to say, no, these people are not terrorist organization. They don't belong to terrorist organization. There was nobody. It was convenient for them to reach that quick decision because there was nobody to say, no, this is not the reason. These people are agitating for attention.
When a nation or republic cannot...
That's not the video. Okay, watch this video. This was the man who made the restatement. This was the man who said this in their Senate, in the House of Senate. This man made this very statement in the Senate that the 1999 constitution that they are using can make Nigeria will never ever know peace. They will never know progress. They will never know success because of the constitution they are using. A senator said it in the House of the Senate. Since that very time, that man said that thing. This is a very old video. Since that very time, in the last government of Goodluck Jonathan, I think so, yes, during the time of Saraki, since that man, this man made this comment up to today, have they changed the constitution? No. I want you to hear him. I hear him well. This is the difference between these idiots that call themselves politicians. This one Nigerianists that call themselves freedom fighters. All those people who call themselves freedom fighters in Nigeria. This is the difference between them and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Watch and listen again.
When a nation or republic cannot keep faith with justice and with the truth, it will never achieve unity. It will never achieve peace, and it will never achieve progress. Mr. President, sir, one of us quoted from this constitution and went ahead to make prescription for how to move forward. I dare to tell this nation today that this is the problem. This constitution can never give us progress. This constitution can never give us peace. This constitution can never give us unity. And unfortunately, most of us in this National Assembly, we don't have the spine to face what we need to give this republic to have peace and progress. What do I mean? This constitution has 68 items, 68 on the exclusive list. This constitution has only 12 on the concurrent list, and those 12 are written so nebulously, so fraudulently, that you know that the intention is to even undermine those concurrent lists. That is why those who want unity and peace in Nigeria must first remember that the name of our republic is not just Nigeria. The formal name of this republic is Federal Republic of Nigeria. Unfortunately, we don't run a federalist system in Nigeria. Otherwise, what is so unique about all those things that are in the exclusive list? We used to have a parliamentary system, and then we wanted unity, we wanted peace, we wanted progress, and we therefore said we are going to go with a presidential system. Honestly, there are many presidential systems in the world that have peace and progress. I can't quarrel with that. But we must put in place the same safeguards that presidential system across the world put in place, so that you can have what it needs to run the society.
You have had it. There is no point deceiving yourself. You that call yourself a one Nigerianist. There is no point deceiving yourself. You that you call yourself a freedom fighter in Nigeria and you're not doing the needful. There's no point deceiving yourself. If you are still fighting for a better Nigeria, you are wasting your garden time and you will die fighting. You are deceiving yourself. If you're fighting for a better Nigeria, you are deceiving yourself because there will never be anything like such. This very constitution that they so much condemn, even on their national television, you see them. In Senate, they condemn the constitution, but still, they are holding that constitution, protecting it with the last drop of their blood. They are holding it, protecting it. They can kill anybody to protect that constitution. The Fulani Caliphate can kill anybody. They can wipe away a city. They can wipe away a people to protect that very constitution. So if you are there talking about one Nigeria, you are wasting your guide time. You better key and follow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's step. This is the only man who has provided solution to the problem of control of Nigeria. And the solution is what? The only solution for that problem in Nigeria is what? Self-determination through a referendum. Give a referendum. Through referendum, people can decide their fate, decide where they want to belong, and decide a constitution that will run them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not only talking, he's not only acting, he is doing something on the ground. That is why they are scared of him. That is why they went all the way to Kenya. They kidnap him and damn all the consequences, even when they know that it's against international law to kidnap an innocent person. Against international law to conduct extraordinary rendition, they damn it and kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and send it to Nigeria. And up to today, they are torturing him. Because of this thing you are seeing, because he is fighting to free every indigenous tribe, not just the Biafrans. His fight will set free every indigenous tribe. That is why the Caliphate is mad. That is why the British are mad. That is why British don't want to talk. They don't want to speak. Even though Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is holding their passport, they don't want to speak. Because the Caliphate is protecting the British company called Nigeria. They know that the company is not for their interest. If Nigeria break into pieces, they will no longer begin to enjoy. Their company will no longer exist. The British is trying to protect their company by all means possible, using the Caliphate, using the Janjaweed. That is why they can never pull down the 99 Constitution. The only thing that will bring them down on their knee is the struggle for Biafra. And that is why everybody has to support the struggle to ask for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The civil disobedient in Biafra land, if you are a Biafran friend, if you are an indigenous person, embark and join on your own path. Play your own role to free your own people. You are not doing it for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are not just doing it for Biafra. You are doing it for your own self. You are doing it for your own self. Embark on a massive civil disobedience that you have never seen before. For Biafran people, we are already doing something. We will continue to increase it. But for those of Biafran friends and indigenous tribes that have started, start doing something now to free yourself. Biafrans are gone. We are gone. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have laid a foundation given to everybody, not only to Biafran, for you to free yourself. It's left for you to pursue it and get your freedom. Biafrans are on the right step and will continue to go. Massive civil, sit at home on Sunday and on Monday and any other day that was added. Add it. Continue. Economic sanction to the Janjaweed. Don't give your money to the local government, state government, federal government in Biafra land. All those market leaders, hold your money to yourself. It will be useful in time to come. Stop empowering those who are killing you. The more you give them that revenue, they use it to go and pay Boko Haram to come and kill you. As you're watching this video, so many of our Biafran brothers and sisters are still being killed. As you're watching the video, our brothers and sisters are still being abducted. As you're watching this video, our brothers and sisters are still being bombed in Imo State and Anambra State. And so many other places in Biafra land, people are being kidnapped. How are we going to stop it? We will not stop it only by folding our hands. As you are praying, pray more, add fasting to your prayer. And while you are praying, don't just rely on prayer. You have to act and do something. Have to act. Add work to your prayer. We have prayed enough. 150 days prayer that we made with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have break the bars. Chukwu have had us. Now it's left for us to do the needful. We will do the needful. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be free and Biafra will be here. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from. If you are watching from Biafra land, I thank you very much and I pray that Chukwu will prosper you, guide you and protect you. Any place you are watching from, I say Chukwu will protect you. Any hand that has shared this video, you will see 2023, you will see 2022, the end of 2022, 2022 will never see your end. You will see the end of 2022. The 2022 will never see your end. Before we go from this broadcast, I want to give you a charge from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let us listen to this charge from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before we end the program. Let's watch.
I speak as a human being who is possessed of a compatriot spirit and empathy with the suffering of human beings everywhere, especially in the zoo that Britain created called Nigeria. Second, I speak as a witness to the suffering of Biafrans at the hands of their so-called fellow citizens in the zoo called Nigeria. And what we want to make abundantly clear is that we are warning everybody who is a stakeholder in the zoo about our determination and our resolve to ensure that our land is defended. This is a result.
You have heard it. We must defend our land. Every single Biafran, wherever you are, we must defend our land, no matter what. Share this video to all platforms. If you have not shared, share this video. Every hand that has shared this video, you will see the end of 2022. 2022 will never see your end. Every hand that has shared this video, no weapon formed or fashioned against you shall prosper. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect every single Biafran, wherever you are in the world. Mainly our brothers who are in Biafra land. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect you, secure you, give you strength. Secure you, no weapon formed or fashioned against you shall prosper. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Oduduwa brothers, wherever they are. Chukwu Okike will protect them. The Middle Beltans, Chukwu Okike will protect every indigenous tribe in the continent called Nigeria. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect you. If you are a Biafran, wherever you are, watching this video, every hand that has shared this video, as you're watching, you will see Biafra and you will walk into Biafra with your foot. You will never die. If you are on Oduduwa and you're watching this video, you will see Oduduwa and you walk into Oduduwa with your foot. You will never die. If you are from any indigenous tribe in Nigeria fighting for freedom, you will see your freedom, experience your freedom, walk into your freedom, and you will never die. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect every Biafran. We will all live and we will see Biafra and walk into it. It is very close. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect Sunday Igboho, secure Sunday Igboho and return him back to us very soon so that he will continue the struggle from where he has started. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Any weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall never prosper. Any poison that I have injected in the body of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall never function. Chukwu Okike will send spiritual doctors to continue to heal Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, continue to give him strength, continue to strengthen him, equip him with more strength and more knowledge, give him more wisdom and more revelation. And very soon, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will join us. It doesn't matter what they do. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra will come. Thank you so much for watching wherever you're watching from. And remember this. See you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okike. Thank you and God bless.